Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa in the building, and today, man, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, I'm in store, and so are you, for another banger, man. But before we get into anything, I just want to say first, thank God for giving me this opportunity to be able to bring this to y'all. So as you can see, today I'm going to be bringing y'all the first ever of its kind. Never even heard of a two-way playmaking shot creator, y'all. They finally are going to be able to be more useful than just for shooting and dribbling. This build is actually going to be part lockdown when it comes down to it. Now, the build name is actually going to be coming out to a playmaking shot creator, but again, we're going to be getting that lockdown takeover. It's going to be much different from the meta and what we are used to seeing when it comes to the play shots. So, man, before we get into this banger, I just want to say thank y'all for those of y'all who decided to come through. But, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join a Rich Gang family, RGF, let's go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get 50 big likes, but do not forget to turn on post notifications as well, y'all. Now, when it comes down to this build, we gotta go ahead and put it under the point guard position. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the best one possible to make it out of. Yes, you can even make it out of the center position. That's gonna be super rare. I'll bring that to y'all within a couple weeks. If you want it, go ahead and drop a like. But when it comes down to the pie chart that y'all are gonna be selecting, you might be thinking we're going to be picking one with a little bit of defense in it, but we are actually going to go ahead and pick the one split right down the middle with the playmaking as well as the shooting. Now, I am not sure if you can make this build out of a red pie chart, even if it's split half. In my opinion, it's going to be best to make it right here because you're still going to be able to maintain the elite shooting. Then on top of all that, you're also going to be able to get the pro dribble moves off rip. And there's going to be a couple different heights that y'all can go with. This build is actually going to be able to get 99 speed as well. So again, whatever version y'all decide to make, go ahead and do it. But that does not come until the height, weight, and wingspan come into play. So when it comes down to the physical profile, pick the one with the 87 speed, 86 acceleration, and the 64 vertical, y'all. Now, when it comes down to the finishing side of things, first, what you want to go ahead and do, max out that driving layup, close shot if you want to, but again, you're not going to be able to get any more than one finishing badge on this build. It's definitely not going to be worth it. The max we can get is 9, so if you want to make your own adjustments to get any sort of finishing badges, go ahead and do so. But I'm going to go ahead and just max out the driving dunk as well as the driving layup, and these are going to change as well, so do not worry. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, max out that mid-range shot, three-pointer, and then from here, go ahead and put that free throw to where you get 17 or 18 badges. I'm actually going to show you a little bit later how to get an extra badge right there, so do not worry. Now, when it comes down to the playmaking, max out that pass accuracy, ball handle. Then, when it comes down to that post control, go ahead and put this up really based on your own preference. But for me, I'm going to put it to where I get 24 playmaking badges, which is still going to be really solid. Now, when it comes down to the defense, go ahead and max out the first 4 categories, y'all. From here, if you want to, you can definitely go ahead and max out the rest of these stats when it comes down to the defense. But I'm going to go ahead and put that block to a 49, defensive rebound 65, and then the offensive going to be a 46 for 10 defensive badges on this build, which is really solid, y'all. Now, when it comes down to the finishing side of things, really going to be based on your own preference again. But let's look at it right here. Go ahead and take a couple ticks or one off of your driving dunk. Go ahead and put it into your free throw. And as y'all can see, we have maintained the 18 shooting badges that we wanted, 24 playmaking, and the 10 defensive, y'all. Now, when it comes down to it, I'm telling you, this is easily the best playmaking shot creator build in all of 2K when it comes down to current gen. I will definitely be bringing y'all another version of this when it comes to the next if y'all want it. But when it comes down to the body shape, any of these are really going to be good. But if you want to take up the most space, Burley is going to be the one that y'all want to go with. If not, you can even go with Define, Bill. All of these are going to be super solid body shapes to pick. Now, here is where you actually get the options that come into play. So you can make this build from any of these heights from 6'7" all the way down to literally the lowest height possible. But if you want to go ahead and first make the tallest version in what I would recommend, go with 6'5", y'all. From here, go ahead and drop the weight all the way to the lowest to where it does not affect any of your main stats. Then from there, go ahead and go to an 83.3, and right here we unlock the lockdown takeover, y'all. Now this is the 6.5 version. If you go ahead and pick any of these takeovers, you're going to be able to get that lockdown takeover, which is honestly going to be really solid. But let's go ahead and check out the 6.2 version, y'all. First, before we get into that, actually, if you want to, you can pick any of the heights between 6.5 and 6.2 to make the best possible version. But if you go with the 6.2 version, with that 99 speed, as you can see right here, we're going to be getting a +8 to our stats. Fix the wingspan to how I showed it to y'all, and we're still going to be able to get the lockdown takeover, even if you go with the max, y'all. So it's coming down to what you want to do here. But remember, there's also different heights that we can be going with when it comes down to this build. With my preference, honestly, anywhere from 6.4 or 6.5, both of them are going to be really solid. It just depends how tall you want to be, and in my opinion, it's always best to get that extra height if you can do it, y'all. So again, just make sure that you are unlocking the lockdown takeover in order to get this exact build on any of the heights from 6.5, 6.4, 6.3, and even 6.2, y'all. In my opinion, 6.5 going to be the best just because of that height, but you can also go with 6.4. That's going to be another really solid height to go with. It's really going to come down to your defense and honestly how you're going to be playing it, because let's just say you go ahead and pick the 6.2 version, definitely going to be taking a huge hit when it comes down to that defensive side compared to the 6.5. So like I said, the more defense, the better. I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to y'all picking that lockdown takeover. And as y'all can see, like I said, the playmaking shot creator, but we can definitely consider this build a two-way, especially with those defensive stats. Still going to be able to rebound, and also that lockdown takeover is going to be coming up in the clutch, especially when you go ahead and go on the defensive side of things. Now, let's go ahead and take a quick look at this build at 99 overall. We're going to be getting a +8 to our physicals, so our speed, 97. Acceleration, 96. Vertical, going to be in the 70s, so we're okay there. Driving layup, going to be around an 85 to high 80s. And then when it comes down to that driving dunk, this is definitely going to be able to hit the 70s, y'all. Now, mid-range shot, definitely going to be in the mid to high 90s. Same exact thing can be said for the three-pointer. Then when it comes down to that free throw, you're definitely going to be able to go in the 70s right here. And now onto the playmaking. We're going to get pretty much a 99 pass accuracy, very high ball handle being in the 90s, post control going to be around the 70s, and then now onto the defense, y'all. Consider a boost on this build with your takeover. Already just with your takeover, most of these stats are going to be getting to the 80s, y'all. Except for that defensive rebound, you actually have the potential to be able to get that into the 70s, y'all. So if you want to, add boosts for all of the attributes on this build, and you are definitely going to be okay in my opinion. But let's go ahead and get into the making of the stats when it comes to the badges. So we're going to go ahead and start it off with the finishing. Limitless takeoff, in my opinion, is definitely going to be one that I feel like is going to be very useful, not only for this build, but for any build that's going to be able to unlock it. Now, when it comes down to the defense, there's a couple different setups we can go with. For me, I'm going to go with Intimidator on gold as well as clamps. From there, really going to be based on your preference. I'm going to spread the wealth a little bit, going with bronze chase down artist as well as either. You could go with menace, rebound chaser, ankle braces, or even ball stripper, y'all. All of these are going to be some really good badges to go with, but again, it's just going to come down to how you want to go about it when it comes to it. For me, I would double up on the silver badges, possibly between rebound chaser and chase an artist, but if you want to, go ahead and drop down any of the tiers of badges in order to make it how you like. Now, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking, save the shooting for last. So the first badges we got to go with are going to be handles for days as well as quick first step, both on Hall of Fame. Now, when it comes down to the next one I'm going to go with, that's going to be tight handles, especially for the park dribble styles. Now, if you want to go ahead and help out your teammates, Floor General and Dimer are going to be two badges that you definitely want to go ahead and put on. From here, you could go with Silver Quick Chain or Hall of Fame, and if you go with Silver, go ahead and pair it up with Hyperdrive as well. But let's just go ahead and say you're going to be playing more of a 1v1. This is the badge count. That's something I would go with right here. Bailout is definitely going to be considerable. Again, if you're running 3v3, that's going to be a badge that I would definitely run on. Triple Threat Juke is going to be another really good one, but again, it's coming down to how you like the badge count and what you're most comfortable with when it comes down to it. Now, let's go ahead and get into the final category, the shooting. First, Hot Zone Hunter as well as Deadeye on Hall of Fame. Limitless Spot Up, definitely going to be considerable, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and put on lucky number 7. That is definitely a badge that I would consider, especially if you're going to be taking all the shots for your team. Now, Green Machine on Bronze as well as Corner Specialist are both going to give you a huge boost, so that is something that I would keep on just based off of my own preference. Now, for the last Hall of Fame badge, I'm going to go ahead and say that Blinders is going to be the best one that you can go with, but if you want to switch it up, go ahead and put on either Mismatch Expert, or you could even go ahead and put on Clutch Shooter, y'all. This is the final setup I'm going with though: 1, 18, 24, and 10. Again, I just want to say thank God for giving me this opportunity. Shout out to y'all for making it to the end. Go ahead and comment down RGF if y'all did. I got another banger dropping for y'all guys later today. So man, be sure to stay tuned because it's going to be a big one in store for y'all, and I really appreciate y'all. So man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the RGF family, go ahead and turn on post notifications, and let's go ahead and get 50 big likes on this video. I know that we can do it. Go ahead and share it with your family and friends. And last but not least, y'all, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.